Here's your First Warn Weather Forecast First, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Well, this is definitely a sight to see here this afternoon. Plenty of sunshine, and our temperatures actually warming up to where they should be, and a little less in the way of wind. But the cloud cover comes back in, and we've got some rain and even a few isolated thunderstorms as we look through the first half of the day on Sunday. Those storms firing up here back off to the west. It's this deepening low pressure system that we'll be dealing with throughout the morning and afternoon tomorrow. Temperatures today made it back into the 50s after we hit 52 degrees yesterday. We made it up to 56. We're now 55 in Rockford, 54 in Freeport, Rochelle, and 53 degrees currently in DeKalb. As we go through this evening, we'll maintain that mostly clear sky. Temperatures will be dropping back. I think we'll briefly fall into the 30s before climbing going into tomorrow. But by tomorrow morning, 6-7 o'clock, some showers off to the west. Those will spread eastward as we go through the morning. We'll look at how much rain to expect tomorrow and if the clouds clear out just in time for the solar eclipse Monday. That's coming up in the First Warn forecast a little later.
Part of a downtown Rockford street is now named after the city's first black hotel owner. What this celebration means to his family decades later. A church is helping bring awareness to annual health checkups. The workshops are focused on bettering the health of the community. And the warmer weather brings cars of all kinds to the state line. A monthly event has kicked off for the 2024 season.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. The city of Rockford renames part of Court Street in honor of the city's first black hotel owner. It is now John Briggs Way. A celebration was held this afternoon at the corner of Cedar and Court Streets. John Briggs ran the Briggs Hotel for over 20 years. The hotel was the first home for many African Americans migrating from the South from 1938 to 1959. It was included in the Green Book, which highlighted safe places for black travelers headed north. The community turnout for the sign ceremony and following celebration means a lot to the Briggs family.
That meant a lot, that even in 2024, the people of the community recognize his history and appreciate the history and again, the legacy that John Briggs established here in Rockford.
John Briggs was a pioneer in black business. He owned another resort up in Wisconsin for 15 years. The French government awards its highest honor to a Chicago area man who fought in World War II. He's a decorated war hero who has also received the Bronze Star for bravery. Andrea Medina was there for the celebration.
At the Brookdale Senior Living in Northbrook, 98-year-old Emil Hirsch sits peacefully wearing his veteran hat. But once he gets to talking, he's filled with stories about his time in the Second World War.
I was by myself in a foxhole, and enemy shells were exploding everywhere. I remember the one time I was truly scared. It was after Metz, and we were attacking the Germans.
Hirsch's actions helping liberate France from Nazi occupation were honored on Friday afternoon in a ceremony with many distinguished speakers. He was awarded the rank of Chevalier or Knight of the National Order of the Legion of Honor. It's the most prestigious recognition given by the French government.
You are a true hero, and thanks to you, I grew up in a free country, in a country that has been living in peace for 8 decades.
Hirsch was 18 years old when he was drafted into the Army in 1943.
As a teenager, Dad, you learned to drive by backing a 3/4-ton truck down an alley in France. And your duties included messenger, scout, observer, and acting first sergeant.
He served the 95th Infantry Division and the 378th Infantry Regiment. The goal was to combat the Nazis' vicious Panzer tanks.
Your mission was to deceive the enemy into believing the full regiment of several thousand soldiers was still defending the front. The enemy was fooled, and the mission to capture the forts was successful.
Civil Air Patrol Major Bernie Hirsch is tremendously proud of his father's service, sacrifices, and contributions.
He's a hero, he's a decorated hero, and I'm so happy that the country of France recognized that.
Almost 80 years ago, Hirsch was a young soldier who risked his life for the freedom of France and Western Europe from Nazi control. He expressed gratefulness for the tribute.
It's a great honor, and I'm happy that I'm still here to accept it. And I accept it not because of me, but because of all the soldiers, men and women soldiers.
A local church is sharing the importance of regular health checkups with the community. The Health and Wellness Workshop was held at Bethel Baptist Church Family Life Center. The free event brings awareness to the maintenance of the mind, body, and soul. Blood pressure screenings were conducted by the UW Health Mobile Unit. The classes are centered around the importance of community health.
We have 3 classes, we have 6 facilitators, and these facilitators are well able to give us information, to give us more knowledge as to how to have better health. And that's what we're doing today. We want to empower our community and let them know how important it is to do regular exams, and also to give them information concerning certain diseases.
Preventative and restorative measures for diabetes, eye disease, high blood pressure, and the common cold were some that were highlighted. Cars of all makes and models are on display at the first car show of the season. Cars and Coffee Rockford is held on the first Saturday of the month from April to October. As you take in all of the cars, there's coffee and donuts to enjoy. Cars can receive prizes for People's Choice, Best Beater Car, and Furthest Traveled.
They get to see all kinds of cars, vintage, new, car groups from the area and the region come down and join us here in the Midtown neighborhoods to be able to enjoy some beautiful sunshine with the sun today, as well as enjoy some great coffee at Katie's Cup Coffee Bar.
Cars and Coffee started 6 years ago and continues to grow each year. A State Line Museum is previewing the upcoming solar eclipse by hosting a fun and educational event for families. The Discovery Center Museum has different engaging activities to help kids understand what a solar eclipse is and why it's happening. It's done through experiments with light sound exploration. They could even use solar ovens to make s'mores from solar energy. Planetarium shows and an audiobook teach kids how this phenomenon connects ancient wisdom to modern science.
What we're trying to do is just, give out a little bit of information, give some safety information, and anytime we can connect science and what children are experiencing in their world, then that's what we want to do, and the eclipse is a perfect way of doing that.
Hundreds of pairs of eclipse glasses were also given away. Rockford area residents will experience 91% totality around 2 p.m. on Monday. The CDC officially issuing an alert for medical professionals across the nation. Coming up, the possibility of getting bird flu and the symptoms to look out for.
We actually made it back into the 50s this afternoon, right where we should be for this time of year. Find out if that trend will continue as we welcome in the new work week and when to expect the rain showers to move in tomorrow. That is coming up in the first warn forecast a little later.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team with Taylor Castro, Reagan Holgate, and Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
The Illinois Tollway is warning iPass users about a phishing scam. Customers have been receiving texts like this one indicating they owe money for unpaid tolls. It includes a link to a fake website. The legitimate website where people can check their balances is illinoistollway.com. The fake site has been shut down, but officials are issuing the warning in case another scam emerges. More than 8 million laundry detergent pods are being recalled by Procter & Gamble. The recall involves Tide Pods, Gain Flings, Ace Pods, and Ariel Pods. They have been manufactured from last September until February of this year. The bags can split open, posing a serious risk of injury, especially if they're ingested by children. They can also cause death in people with underlying health conditions. The Centers for Disease Control issues a new alert to doctors and the public after a farm worker in Texas was diagnosed with bird flu. The agency has said the risk to the public is low and that the nation's food supply is safe, but it does want everyone to be on the lookout for symptoms of the virus. Here's Michelle Franzen with the details.
The Centers for Disease Control issuing an alert urging medical professionals and the general public to be on the lookout for symptoms of bird flu, especially in those who have had recent contact with sick birds or livestock. That alert coming after a farm worker in Texas came down with the virus. Officials suspect the case developed after contact with sick dairy cows. The patient is now recovering.
And the symptoms of this influenza can be very similar to the typical influenza that we see.
According to the CDC, symptoms of bird flu can include eye redness or discharge, cough, sore throat, and or fever. There can also be more severe symptoms such as difficulty breathing, confusion, or seizures. Health officials are closely monitoring these latest developments.
Cows, mammals, being a reservoir gives this virus new opportunity to change. And that's what we're watching for really closely. Has this virus changed, or is it changing that would make it more likely to spread from human to human?
The CDC reiterates the risk to the public remains low, and there has been no human-to-human transmission. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, as of this week, the virus has been discovered across 6 states, including Michigan, New Mexico, and Kansas. Cal-Maine Foods, the largest producer of fresh eggs, says chickens at its facility in Palmer County, Texas, tested positive for bird flu. But officials say the nation's food supply remains safe, as cooking meat and pasteurizing milk kills the virus. In their guidance, the CDC also said farmers should wear PPE and wash their hands after handling sick animals, carcasses, or other animal byproducts.
A nice sunny Saturday here in the state line. Candace breaks down upcoming chances for rain in her full forecast coming up next.
Now, your First Warn weather forecast from Chief Meteorologist Candace King.
Well, I hope everyone has been able to make the most of their Saturday afternoon. It has been a sunny and warmer day. Temperatures actually getting back up to where they should be here for early April. We take a live look with our SkyTrack camera out at the Park Hills Golf Course, still holding on to a little bit of a breeze. And what you're going to notice over the next several hours is that wind starting to pick up just a bit out ahead of our next storm system that'll bring us a round of some rain showers once we get into tomorrow morning. That system out to the west, a deepening low pressure system over the western plains. This will kind of drift in our direction and then pass to the north over the next several days. So we are going to pull in moisture ahead of that. This evening there are no issues outside of an increasing wind. Cloud cover will increase late, and for some by tomorrow morning we'll be dealing with a couple of rain showers. 55 our temperature in Rockford, 54 in Freeport, Rochelle, same thing in Sterling, and 55 degrees right now in Janesville. Our weather watcher Terry down in Genoa this evening checking in with 54, dew point at 31, and an easterly wind now at 8 miles per hour. Today was again a great day. Could be a little warmer, but at least we made it up to where we should be, up to 56 compared to where we have been over the last week. We had started the month off under nothing but cloudy skies, rain showers, and snow showers too. So it's nice to actually get those temperatures back up to where they should be. Now we are going to feel those numbers dip just a little bit tomorrow, but we are in the mid and upper 60s as we kick off the start of next week. So let's put everything together here on Futurecast. Notice the cloud cover comes in. This is just after midnight. You wake up tomorrow morning about 6, 7 o'clock. Rain showers will be moving into the west. Not everyone will see rain during this time. These will spread in from west to east, and most of us by about mid-morning will be dealing with some sort of rain shower, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, but the overall instability, at least through the morning, looks to be on the lower end. Won't be until we get closer to maybe noon that there could be a rumble of thunder south and east of Rockford. After that, things look to dry out. We may actually clear out a little bit. Isolated thunderstorm tomorrow afternoon. Then we've got some clouds and maybe some fog that'll stick around through early Monday. But of course, our all-important forecast going into Monday early afternoon looks to be pretty decent. In fact, if we follow along with this model, we'll have nothing but sunshine just when we get right to the point of maximum eclipse there Monday afternoon. We'll see a little cloud cover come back in once we get into tomorrow evening. Now, when we look at our rainfall totals, right around 2/10, maybe at at most 4/10 of an inch of rainfall coming in throughout the overnight, or I should say early tomorrow, and then into tomorrow afternoon. But it's the wind we're going to have to deal with. This deepening low pressure system tightens up that pressure gradient around that low, so winds tomorrow will be gusting 35 miles per hour. We'll maintain that breezy condition as we head into Monday, but look at Monday's temperature, 67. Same thing on Tuesday. We'll keep those 60s just a bit, maybe briefly dip with high pressure by next Friday, but we're back up close to 70 by the time we get into next weekend.
Thanks, Candace. Reagan's next with sports. 2 former Nick 10 basketball stars capture a women's championship. Plus, history at Boylan High School this morning. More on the latest sport to hit the turf at Titan Stadium.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
2 NL heavyweights going to bat at Wrigley Field today. That's the Dodgers against the Cubs. The red-hot Northsiders trying to keep their 5-game win streak alive here. To the first inning we go. Jordan Wicks in some trouble. 2 in scoring position with 1 out, but he gets Hernandez and Muncy to end the inning. 5th inning now, and Wicks has more runners on. This time gets Freddie Freeman swinging, but after a career-high 100 pitches, he gets pulled. In comes Jose Cuas. He's got a 2-1 count when Muncy belts this one off the right wall, and 2 more Dodgers round home. That made it 3-0 for LA, and the Cubs scored a late run in the 9th, but they'll lose this one 4-1. Now the White Sox trying to find a win today in Kansas City tonight. No score right now in the 1st. Now ahead of tonight's matchup with the Royals, the Sox play star outfielder Luis Robert Jr. on the 10-day injured list. He's dealing with a right hip flexor strain. Robert suffered the injury in last night's 2-1 loss while rounding first base after a 9th inning double. He limped his way to second and then was removed from the game. Now 2 former Nick 10 girls basketball standouts are playing for a championship this afternoon. Boylan's Peyton Kennedy and Auburn's Brooklyn Gray. The 2 trying to bring home the hardware for St. Louis as they face Minnesota. We'll pick things up in the 3rd with the Billikens ahead by 14. Kennedy decides to make a move through the lane here, spins off her defender and scores. Then later that quarter, Gray pulls up with a wide open look from the top of the arc and drills the 3-pointer. She finished the game with 8 points. Now final seconds of the 3rd here, and Kennedy goes from distance and hits it at the buzzer. The former Titan had 19 points and was named the tournament MVP. What a finish to her senior season. St. Louis wins its first WNIT championship 69-50. Now the transfer portal is keeping the Illini busy this offseason. The most recent news is a departure. Illinois big man Dane Danger announces that he is headed to Memphis. The former Baylor transfer averaged just over 6 points per game this season, but came up with a couple of big performances in the postseason, and that bumped that average up to 9. Now some history was made at Boylan's Titan Stadium today. Boylan's new lacrosse team played its first home game. Boylan is the first and so far only local school to field an IHSA lacrosse team. The Titans played Geneva's JV team. 2nd period action, Boylan midfielder Simeon Martinez takes the pass and scores for a 5-2 lead. Now later in the 2nd, Zach Tully dishes out one of his 6 assists to Weston Matula, who also finds the back of the net. Now 3rd period action, Dom Hudson fires and connects for the Titans. We're still in the 3rd here, and Hudson will add another goal. The Titans dominated Geneva, winning 15-2. We'll have another home game Monday. That's sports. We'll be right back.
Well, it was a beautiful sunny day. We saw lots of people out in the community, getting some fresh air.
Yeah, it was nice to actually get out and enjoy it. 1, you weren't blown over by the wind.
Finally.
And 2, we actually had the sunshine out there, and it felt pretty decent too. Now tomorrow we've got cloud cover and rain. Unfortunately, that comes back in. Temperatures tonight will briefly drop down into the 30s. We're up to 51 for tomorrow. Southeast winds will gust as high as 35 miles per hour. Sunday will start off with some rain, so if you're out in the morning, you're going to need the rain gear, but look at the 60s by next week.
I like it. Yeah. Thanks, Candace, and thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 10.